What's up, guys? I'm finally back and I got the entire main line done. As you can see, I got this upper level here done, and I did it actually I did this today, but I've been working on it for a couple weeks slowly, and I was working on it in the other room, so I didn't want to make a video until I had it done. My progress on Altoona Yard has started. I have started taking up tracks, as you can see. The reason why I'm changing it is because I used to have ground throws. When you have the ground throws, they have to be so far away, or there has to be so much space that you can throw it without it interfering with other tracks. So now we took that out, put in these hand throws, so now I can pull these tracks as close as I want, and I can even cut this tab off if I really need to. So that'll allow me to squeeze the yard together a bit and actually add a couple more yard tracks, so that'll actually make the yard even bigger. The next project I'm going to work on now that this is all up and running is I do have to tweak the upper level back there a little bit because steam engine doesn't really like it. A couple cars derail because I have two curved turnouts up there, one that goes to pit car and staging and one that goes to the coal mine that'll be in front of it. And then I'm going to start working on the mountain on this side of Horseshoe Curve, and I'll get working on the mountain back there, the mountain here, start working on Tyrone as well, at least scenery wise. I should have the Horseshoe Curve mountain done, and if I get down to it, I can get that done in a day or two. But this time of year, I don't do a whole lot on trains. This isn't going to be a real long video in terms of me explaining stuff, so I'm just going to get down to running a train. And let's hope that I have the switch thrown the right way, because it would not be good if I derailed this to start. I'll speed it up a little, otherwise it'll take a good 5 minutes, especially when it goes back in that hidden area. I ended up moving the signal tower as well. I had it here, but I moved it there because it makes more sense to have it at the end of the yard, looking down the main line and the yard, so that way they can control things better. And I'm going to put a light in there, and I might put a webcam in there too, because I think it'd be kind of neat to look out one of these windows down at the yard. Where you can see the train right now, that's going to be hidden. You won't be able to see that. I'm going to put concrete wall up to here, about as high as I can, so that I don't have to curve the top part as much. Like, how do I want to explain this? I'm going to have like a cliff, obviously, but if I can, the higher I can take this vertically without having to go in to make it look realistic, the better, because this is pretty steep and I don't have a whole lot of area to do anything with. So it'll be a concrete wall up to here, and I might shave this off to kind of round the cliff a little bit, just so that it doesn't really look like two levels. It looks more like a train high up on a mountain and one down below, if that makes any sense at all. Now it's headed into the tunnel, and at this point, Horseshoe Curve is 3 tracks, so I can have a train on the middle track, and it can pass. Oh, the middle track is bidirectional, so I could technically have a train coming down the curve on the inside loop, one going up or down in the middle loop, and one going up on the outside loop, which would look really neat. And at this point, if you're in the pit, actually I'll go in the pit so you can see better. So if you're in the pit, it'll be visible right about here. You'll be able to see it coming out of that tunnel. And right where that is will be a tunnel going into Gallitzin, and then right where you get to the home assault will be single tunnel portals, which are the Gallitzin tunnels, which I think will look pretty neat. And up there will be Gallitzin and maybe Crescent. I'll have the helper engines have a little siding up there that they can sit on. And this shot coming up is my favorite of the entire layout, because you'll be coming out of a tunnel right here, and you'll be able to see it going around the mountain and down, which to me is just this is my favorite shot of the whole layout. And that engine is actually by Bachmann. It's a pretty nice engine, because I've never been too impressed with Bachmann engines, but lately the ones they've been making are pretty good. I just have to get the right horn for it. Of course it uncouples. Doesn't matter. I was gonna shut it down anyways. Let's do this. Let's mute it. I was gonna stop it there anyways, but of course it uncouples. I'll have to figure out why it would uncouple there, unless it's because it finally lost momentum from coming down from the curve and it uncoupled somewhere on the curve maybe. But anyways, my next project, besides working on the yard, which luckily now that I've gotten it kind of torn up, it makes me want to put it back together sooner rather than later. I want to get the mountain for Horseshoe Curve done, and I want to extend it back there a little bit. I think I took it down too quick. I think I made the mountain come down too quickly. I'm gonna start working on that back area of the curve too. Once I test every freight car, because when you're coming from Tyrone, you're going on a track back there underneath the upper level, and not this track, but behind that. So once I do the mountain there, there's not really going to be a way to access that track to at least take it up and put it back down if I have to. I can reach it, but I can't really do much work on it. So I just want to finish up testing a few cars there to make sure that everything will work, and then I'll get working on that mountain too. And I got this mountain, I'll have this thing plaster clothed in a day if I actually focus and work on it consistently. I'll have that done on a day, which will look neat, because I don't even need scenery for a while. It'll just look like a mountain with snow on it. And then the yard, the thing that's changing in the yard is, instead of having sets of 2 yard tracks, I'll have sets of 3. So this will be westbound, the other one will be eastbound, and then there'll be a couple storage tracks, and then a track into the Altoona Pipe and Steel. That, and I have somewhere around here, I have all sorts of engines to work on, like the ABA's down at the other end. I got to change their lights, and then we got to get these running. These are MTH engines, and they just crap the bed for some reason. Every now and then they just stop running right, and I have to reset them, and they're a pain, but they're nice engines too. So that'll do it for this video, for this episode. And as it usually goes lately, I don't know when I'll have another video out, but at least I should have big updates now, because I'm not going to do quick little videos. The next update will either be, the yard's completely done, or one mountain on Horseshoe Curve's completely done, or all the engines are running fine. So until then, see ya.